Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Roz from Coconut Coast Candles. For those of you that are new, welcome to my channel, and for those of you that have watched one of my videos before, welcome back. Today I'm just going to do one small little 3-inch tulip jar with a lid for a customer order. As you can see, I have already measured out my cement ore, so I have 170 grams in this one and I have 170 grams in this bowl also, and this one I'll be using for the white portion and this one I'll be using for the coloured portion. Okay, so we'll just get the colour that we're going to need. So this customer has requested like a beige colour, so I'll just measure out what I need. So that's just like a gram of a yellow, and I'm just going to be putting a couple of grams of a beige colour. A little bit more. Okay. And then in this little bowl I'm going to be putting a couple of grams of the titanium dioxide, just to make it a bit white. Okay. We don't need our scales anymore. Always make sure that you have scales so that you can weigh everything out so you have your portions correct. And we'll just mix these colours in a little bit. I always like to mix it in a little bit first. I just think it gives a better end result if you mix in the titanium dioxide or the coloured oxides that you're using, rather than just pour in the water and then just mix it in. Now, if anyone out there has any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions that I can as far as making concrete jars goes. When it comes to candles, I haven't really done any videos on candles yet, but the only thing I would not be able to help you out there is with wicks. Wicks have so many variables. There is the wax that you use, the container jar that you're using, the fragrance oil that you're using, the percentages that you're using. So really, when it comes to wicks, as painful as it is, people really just need to do their own testing. No one can answer a question for what wick or what size. It really just comes down to what you're using to make your candle with. But if it comes to making the concrete jars, happy to help, happy to answer any questions, happy to do a video if you would like to see that as well. As long as it's something I can help you with, I'm happy to show you. Now we have that hopefully just about right now. We might have to add a little bit more water to that in a minute. I'll just put that aside. Now with these, I always like to have it a little bit thicker than the pancake consistency that most people sort of use. But that's just me. Everybody needs to just do what works best for them. Make sure you give it a good mix, especially when you're mixing these oxide powders in, because if you don't mix it in correctly, you can end up with coloured spots on your jar, which probably doesn't matter too much if it's on the inside, if it's going to be a candle, but if it's on the outside, it can just make it look a bit yucky. Okay, so we'll just put a little bit more water into this one. It's always best to just add water in really little increments, because if you put too much, it really can become a nightmare. But once you've done a few, you'll get used to what you do and your measurements will be just fine, and you really won't have any waste, hopefully. Okay, so hopefully you can see how that is. What? Just put a little bit more water in the white because it's just a little bit too thick. And then, as I said, I am making a small tulip jar for a lady that's requested a jar and a lid. So this is the 3-inch tulip jar from Modern Craft Labs that I'm using today. And now we'll just pour this in. Hopefully that camera's just do little swirls. Gives a nice marble effect. Okay, we'll pour some in here. I'll probably just have to scrape that bit out. I normally just scrape whatever's not quite pouring from the white mixture into the coloured mixture. And then just give that like a little swirl in. Just tap that to see where we are. And then this should be enough for this one here. Now if you are making lids, a lot of people like lids, a lot of people don't. It's just once again one of those personal preference things. But if you are making lids, it's best when you're giving it its little tap, make sure you tap really well up around the top here. Otherwise, when your lid comes out around this section here, you will have a lot of air bubbles if you don't give it a really good tap, and then that's not really attractive looking. So really good tap around the sides. And then just a couple of little drops on the bench just to release any air bubbles that might be on the bottom. I don't know if you've just seen that one pop up then. Okay, we'll just move that to the side. And the same with your jar. Give it a couple of bangs and give it a good tap. And then these will need to sit. It's not a very nice day here today, so these will probably take about 4 hours, I would say, to set today. It's quite cool here today. First day of spring, but very cool. Okay. Okay guys, that is it. That is how I make my marbled 3-inch tulip jar with a lid. If you have enjoyed today's video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of my videos, then please hit the subscribe button, or you can follow me over on my Instagram page at Coconut Coast Candles. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.